Hi loves, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, as you can tell by the title, is going to be a full face makeup tutorial on this look I created right here. So for today's makeup tutorial, you guys, I decided to use palettes from Juvia's Place. I have not used Juvia's Place eyeshadow palettes in a really long time, so I decided why not create a look using their palettes. So I did use 3 different ones. I know 3 is kind of excessive, but they are small palettes. I'm pretty sure all of these are on sale right now. Juvia's Place is literally always having a sale. So the first one that I used for my crease shades was the Coffee Shop palette, and then I only used 1 shade in this palette. It's a really nice warm orangey brown shade, so I ended up using that. And then for the last palette, I used the Garden of Juvia's palette. So I can go ahead and show you guys what this one looks like. Hopefully the camera picks up the shades. It's slightly different in person. It definitely is not accurate on camera, but that's the palette that I used for my lids. Then I used the, the Zulu, and that is what this one looks like, and I just used this shade. And then the first palette that I used was the Coffee Shop one, and this is what that one looks like. You guys will see more of those palettes throughout the tutorial. I'm not gonna ramble in this video. I am literally starving, so yeah, I'm about to just wrap this video up. I really hope you all enjoyed today's tutorial and you learned something new. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next one.
Okay, you guys, so as usual, I'm just going to go into my P. Louise Rumor Base in the shade 3. Just taking dots on my lid, my crease, and my brow bone area, and I'm just going to be smoothing that out. I feel like this is literally the most important part, you guys, is just making sure that it's evenly distributed across pretty much everywhere that you're going to be applying eyeshadow. I really like to smooth out the product first. That way you can create kind of like a tacky consistency so that your eyeshadows can pretty much be opaque and they can have something to stick to. I know y'all are probably thinking, girl, do you own any other eyeshadow bases? But I actually do, except this is just my favorite one. So this is the one that I'm always pretty much going to use. So yeah, after that, I'm going to just buff that out and then go into the first eyeshadow palette. This is the Coffee Shop palette, and I'm going to be taking that deep chocolate brown. And then next, I'm going to be taking that more of a milk chocolate brown. So yeah, I'm just taking that first shade on a very small detailed brush. And I'm just going to be placing that in my crease from inner corner to outer corner. I love to pack on the shades first, you guys, and then do the blending later. I like to just make sure that the shades that I'm using are very opaque to my liking. And yeah, so I just pretty much build that color up, and then we focus on the blending a little later. So now I'm just taking the second shade, and I'm going to be doing the exact same thing, except I'm going to be doing the 50-50 method. That way we get more of a gradient blend. If you guys are not familiar with the 50-50 method, that basically consists of you putting half of your brush on the previous shade that you applied and half of your brush on pretty much the blank space. That way you can get a more gradient effect when it comes to your eyeshadow blend. So yeah. So next I'm going to be taking the last crease shade that we're going to be using, and it is this beautiful burnt orange. So I'm doing the same method, except this time I'm going to be packing on the shade and then doing my blending. I feel like I definitely could have blew out this shade a little bit more, but overall I was still satisfied with the look. So yeah, I'm just going to be doing that. And as you guys could see, once I went into my transition shades, the brushes got bigger. And that's really common because you want the transition shades to be more blown out and diffuse. So yeah, it's just way easier to get that kind of look when you go up in size with your blending brushes. So now I'm taking my P. Louise cut carver, and I'm going to be pretty much mapping out where I want my half cut crease to be. I could never get them to look the same for some odd reason. It's so annoying, but yeah, I'm pretty much going to be just mapping out, and then I'm going to be taking the Q-tip and just taking off all of that product so we have a nice clean slate. You guys, if you're into cut creases, I highly recommend that you do not skip this step. If you want your eyeshadows to pop and you want them to be very vibrant on the lid, I highly suggest doing this step. It's pretty crucial, honestly. So now I'm just going to be taking my P. Louise eyeshadow base. This is actually, no, not the eyeshadow base. This is a cosmetic paint. and this is in the shade Blank Canvas. I know that this product is discontinued, but if you guys go to her website and you just look up the skin tone cosmetic paints, I'm pretty sure you could find a shade that's similar to this one. So yeah, I'm just going to be applying that all over my lid, making sure everything is nice and smooth. And then we're going to be going into a couple of the shades in the Garden palette. So now I'm going into the Garden of Juvia's Place palette, and I'm going to be taking that matte blue and then that shimmery blue. I'm going to place the shimmer closer to the outer corner, and then obviously I'm putting the matte shade more on my inner corner and my lid and pretty much everywhere except for the outer half of the crease. So yeah, I actually wish I just went in with all matte instead of doing that shimmer. I feel like you could barely even tell that I used a shimmer. But yeah, I still like how the look came out. So yeah, I'm just making sure that that is more of like a gradient effect on the lid. And then after that, I'm just taking the last transition shade that I use, and I'm just pretty much putting that on the outer corners, helping it blend in with the outer corner of the matte shades. So yeah, now we can move on to the face. I had already applied my lashes. This is the Maybelline 30 Hour foundation in the shade, I want to say 355 Coconut. So yeah, I'm just placing that all over my face. So you guys, I'm gonna just go ahead and tell you guys what I did off of camera. So as you can see, my lashes, I already applied them, but I just didn't like how it looked without liner. So I ended up just lining my lash line with a brown cosmetic paint from P. Louise. And yeah, that's pretty much all I did that was like different that I did off of camera. So yeah, I'm just applying that foundation with a Morphe M439 brush. This is my favorite foundation brush of all time. It's very thick, it's very dense, and using brushes like this will definitely help you contain more coverage. So yeah, I'm just applying that, and I'm just going to be moving on to concealer right after this. Y'all, there was definitely some products that I forgot to put on the screen. I'm so sorry, but I'm going in with my LA Girl Pro Concealers in the shade Fawn and Vanilla. So I'm taking the Fawn shade first and just blending that out. I find with these concealers that if you let them sit on your skin for a little while, you can pretty much get more coverage out of them. So I thought that was really nice. So yeah, I'm just applying that first, and then we're going to go in with the lighter vanilla shade. Now, you guys, I tried to do a new method. Maybe it's just the brush that I was using and I just need to use a different one, but usually I blend out my concealers with a sponge. But I wanted to try a brush because everybody's just been raving about, you know, blending out your concealer with the brush, but I did not like it at all. So I ended up getting a sponge a little later on. So yeah, just blending it out with the brush just wasn't for me. But like I said, maybe it's just the brush that I was using. If I use a different one, maybe I would like the effect. But for right now, I'm going to just stick with a sponge. So now I'm just going to be taking the second concealer and I'm just putting that in the inner corners of my eye. And I believe I put it on the rest of my face as well, where I highlighted but just a few little dots. But yeah, you guys, I mainly like to keep it in that area, even though it's going to be completely blended out anyway. But yeah, I'm just going to blend that out for a more brightening under eye effect. I love doing this technique so much, you guys. I just love me a beautiful snatch bright under eye. It literally just takes your makeup to a whole nother level. So yeah, I'm just going to be blending that out. So 9 times out of 10, you will always have leftover concealer on your sponge or your brush, or leftover foundation on your brush. So I like to just go back in with the brush and blend out the edges. That way I can get a more seamless blend when it comes to the highlight and the contour. So as you can see, I'm going back and forth with my sponge and my brush to just blend those edges as best as I can. Now I'm taking the best setting powder of all time. This is the Huda Beauty Easy Bake Loose Setting Powder in the shade Peach Pie. And I'm just pressing that powder into my under eye area. A lot is definitely not needed. I know it probably seemed like I used a lot, but you guys, I go in with thin layers of this product. Like, you do not need a lot at all. You get the most beautiful coverage. That's another thing that I love about Huda Beauty's powders. I feel like she does have some sort of ingredient in this powder that just makes it more of a brightening under eye powder instead of it just blurring and kind of blending in with the color of your concealer. It's just beautiful. I love this powder so much. I swear by it. So today was definitely not a cream contour kind of day. I just wanted to go in straight with powder bronzer. And don't mind me, y'all. I was talking on the phone pretty much this whole entire tutorial, and I was being made fun of showing off my products or whatever, showing them to you guys. So yeah, like I said, I just did not want to put on any cream contour, cream bronzer, anything like that. So I just went in with the powder, and I'm just pretty much putting it in all of those places where I did not highlight. So this is a product that I literally cannot go without, you guys. The second that it came out and I tried it for the first time, I was just like, yeah, this is a part of my routine. Every single time I do my face makeup, it just gives my under eye area such a beautiful brightening effect. I love this powder so much. Like, if I don't wear it, I just feel so incomplete. I know something is off. So yeah, you guys, now I'm just going to work on my lower lash line. I didn't do anything spectacular. I just placed a couple of those crease shades at the bottom. And then I went in with a shimmer shade in the Garden of Juvia's palette, but I went in with the purple, and I really like the contrast of the blue and the purple. It was really nice together. So yeah, I just did that. So now I'm taking my Benefit Bad Gal Lash Mascara, and I'm going to be just taking that on my bottom lashes. I didn't go fully in the inner corner because I didn't want my lashes to cover that purple shimmer shade. So yeah. Y'all, when I say I'm never recording while being on FaceTime ever again, you just get judged so much. But yeah, I just went in with this Juvia's Place blush in the shade Volume 1. And I took a really light wash because I didn't want anything to be like overpowering, and I wanted the main focus to be on the eyes. So now I'm just taking my Wet n Wild lip pencil in the shade Simmer Brown now. And then after that, I'm going to be going into my LA Colors liquid lipstick, and I'm going to be placing that in the middle. And then what I like to do after that is take a lip pencil that's more on the warmer brown shade. And this one is literally perfect for that. It is the Rich Brown Lip Contour by Huda Beauty. Just to give myself a little bit more of a contrast when it comes to the lipstick. So yeah, I'm just going to be crisping that on up. And then what I like to do is go in with the gloss. But what I did first, you guys, was took some powder on my lips just to set everything. This helps your lipstick last way longer, especially when you're wearing gloss. And yeah, this is something that I also like to do, and that's carve out my lips. It makes such a huge difference. It makes everything just pop better. It makes your lips look fuller, and it just makes everything look crisp and clean. So yeah, I'm just doing that, and then I'm going to be taking that gloss that I showed you guys earlier and just topping that off with that. So after I apply my gloss, you guys, I'm going in with the Patrick Ta Light Reflecting Highlighter Duo. This is in the shade Daddy. So yeah, I'm just placing that cream everywhere and then placing a powder right over it. And that is pretty much it, you guys. I really hope you all enjoyed today's video and you learned something new. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys in my next one. Mwah.